What is up, guys? It is Robert of Movies with Me, and welcome to the Baby Driver movie review. Finally, I've been waiting so long for this movie. Ever since I saw the trailer, I was like, oh man, this looks like it's going to be good. And well, is it? Let's see. In this movie review, I will have no spoilers. This is directed by Edgar Wright, and it stars people like Ansel Elgort, John Hamm, John Berthnall, two Johns, Issa Gonzalez. I think Issa's right. I think that's how you say it. Lily James, and you also, of course, have Kevin Spacey. Now, like I said, I was excited for this movie like crazy, and I can happily say, man, it is worth the hype. It is a ton of fun, really well damn directed, and just awesome. In this movie, Ansel Elgort plays a guy named Baby. That's right, Baby. B-A-B-Y, Baby. And he is a driver. And not a normal type of driver. He drives around criminals, people who are robbing banks, and then they're the getaway car. He's the driving, he parks there, and he's just the best at driving and getting away from these cops. He's the best at the job. In the very beginning, you see this is a different type of movie. They start to play music, and it's almost like the scenes play to the beat of the music. It's not a musical per se, but it's almost like a semi-musical, and it's very cool when that happens, because it happens a lot during this movie. When he was young, like real young, his mom, and this was shown in the trailer, if you don't know, basically his mom and the dad and him all got in a car accident, and his mom is dead, and basically he has... I'm trying to see how to pronounce this, but apparently there's multiple pronunciations. Tinnitus. That. I see some people saying tinnitus. Some people saying tinnitus. What is it? And that sets up the whole plot. That's why he always has headphones, and he drowns out that little humming in his ear, so he could just drive and not hear anything else but the music. And because of this, all the action scenes are all just amazingly timed to music, and it's so cool. I absolutely loved how they did this. It was just crazy. I mean, literally, when you see this, you're like, how the hell did they do that? Because all these shots are timed, whether it be gunshots, driving, certain punches, all like time to music, and it's so cool. Absolutely loved it. It's some of the best chase scenes I've seen. Like, it's just so incredible looking, and it's so cool. It's so cool. Now things start to get real once Baby meets a girl named Deborah, and Deborah in his life becomes the one, the most amazing, the most beautiful woman, and they fall in love. And that's my biggest problem with the movie. My biggest and actually only problem with the movie, but it is kind of big because that's why Baby starts to do things later on in the movie. Baby and Deborah's relationship is kind of flat. Nothing really is there that built upon to a point where it's like, oh, I would understand why she would do certain things at the end of this movie. Deborah just risks her life for something for a guy that she just met, like literally just met. So it's like, I don't know. That I don't think was built very well. To me, like, the ending was still epic, and it was, again, still really well directed, really well acted from all these different actors. But the whole situation that they start to put themselves in, Baby and Deborah, why would she do that? Like, you guys just met. Hey, take it one step at a time, please. I didn't really know how they were going to actually end this movie, but man, it still ends really damn well. I really do enjoy it, except for really the parts with Deborah and him. There should have been more interaction between them, because then the ending would have been even better. First act is all just chasing, multiple chase scenes, and then, which are incredibly well done. They're all suspenseful, and they're all thrilling. The soundtrack is great, and it's perfect. It's 10. But then that second act is when they actually start to talk to each other, Deborah and Baby, and you're like, okay, this is still good. I like this. But that's where it stops. They don't really talk. They maybe go to one date and then that's it. They need to be with each other whether they live or die. And I'm like, no, I don't think that was really well. That should have been built up more, because then it was like, okay, I could see why. Like, do it over years, even months, even if it's just a month, at least you get some more personal connection. Or a week. I don't even I think it was only like maybe a day. But regardless, everything else was amazing. I absolutely loved it. Some of the best action scenes I've seen. Period. I loved them. They were so thrilling. Ansel Elgort as Baby, awesome. He plays this kind of awkward kind of guy, and he's very quiet most of the time, and it's awesome. He played the hell out of it, and he was Baby. He was that character, and that was just incredible to watch. In the beginning, there's this like, I think it's like 3 5 minute scene where it's one long take, and I was watching this, I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. When there's directors, when I especially, first of all, especially coming out of Transformers, where, remember, one of my complaints was, why are they always cutting? Everything was cut so quick. Like, literally it was 1 2 cut, 1 2 cut, 1 2 cut. But this has these long takes and they don't cut, and it's so impressive to watch because you want to see what's going on. I don't want you to cut away from it. It makes no sense. It's just, my biggest complaint is the relationship between Deborah and Baby. I think the relationship between them just should have been developed way more. Other than that, it's awesome, and I absolutely love this movie. It really was great. Overall, I'm going to give Baby Driver a 9.5 out of 10. Man, I loved this movie. I want to give it a 10, but I can't because of Deborah and Baby's relationship. It just doesn't go to the actual point it should have been. Because when you see they get into situations that are just so outrageous for a person to really want to stay with somebody, to me, I would be like, dude, I just met you. Like, I'm not going to do this for you. No way. But other than that, I loved it. There was no dull moment. There was nothing boring about it. And I absolutely loved it. Just have that one minor / major gripe. Yeah, guys, I absolutely love this movie. I really think you should check it out. There's some plot points I wasn't surprised. I was pretty surprised that I thought was gonna go out a certain direction. It didn't, and it was awesome to see. Go watch it. If you're an action fan, you're gonna love it because the action is just incredible in this movie. Whoa, man, it's gonna wow you. But yeah, guys, let me know. Did you see Baby Driver? Are you gonna see it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What'd you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.